plug into electricity till heat. What?
Till heat, that's it.
Till heat.
Till heat.
Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Friday, I guess, for you guys.
By the time they see this, yes.
By the time they see this, it'll be Friday. It is currently Thursday for us. We are in the home stretch. The Hand Hewn guys are going to be here tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
They have a lot of stormy weather to drive through. I hope they make it here all right. So before I go out and get started, I figured I'd stick a camera in your face.
All right.
So you got some bacon going on.
Got bacon. I got beans cooking for baked beans. Those are going. And
Frijoles blanco.
Yes. And then I have
some more bread.
Bread for French bread for tonight's dinner. Use it for the quiches, onions, mushrooms. Yeah. So I'm prepping quiches right now.
So this is basically the breakfast for tomorrow.
Yes.
And next day.
Yeah, and I was actually gonna like fill these and get them ready and maybe even cook them today, but I am quickly running out of fridge space. So I think what I'm gonna do is just cook them and bag them so the filling's ready, and then I can just dump them in there.
Build them and beat up your eggs and dump the eggs and go.
Super easy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, just the rest of it.
All right, so I am going to brave the rainy weather and go play outside in the dirt, sort of. One thing that I completely spaced, I talked about it, I think, in yesterday's video. I talked about digging down and lowering the scalder so we don't have to lift as high to get the pig in there. Completely spaced it, forgot about it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go out there and reevaluate. I might just leave it since we're using the tractor. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of wet and rainy right now.
It is.
A little bit muddy. I don't want to make any more mud than I absolutely have to.
Right.
So we may just roll with what we got. It worked. Yep. It worked a month ago the way it was. It'll probably still work. And then there's one more thing I had to pick up today. Our faucet on our outdoor sink down there at the barn, I took care to drain the lines and make sure we wouldn't have anything freeze and break. And I forgot the sprayer. And so the handle actually froze and burst. Well, this was shortly after our last Hand Hewn class when that happened. I just spaced, like, I drained all, you know, the regular lines and stuff like that, and drained the water heater, all that stuff. I forgot the sprayer. So I ended up having to kink the line to stop it from squirting water everywhere when you turn the water on.
Yeah, that would be lovely for our students. Like, here, go wash your hands.
But we're gonna be washing out lugs and stuff like that, and having a sprayer is kind of a must. So I had to run to Lowe's this morning. I tried the Restore. They had 2 sinks at the Restore, and neither of them had a sprayer.
Oh no.
So I had to go to Lowe's and buy a whole new faucet because they didn't sell just a sprayer. And every manufacturer has a different proprietary hookup. I couldn't remember what brand the sink faucet was, so yeah, all that to say, I gotta go play plumber today. While I have water down there, I'm going to fill up the drum and do a little experiment. I'll explain that in a little bit.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go outside. I'll leave you to it. It's actually not raining real bad right now. It's kind of been off and on. It'll rain real heavy and then stop, and then just enough to make filming outside nearly impossible. I need a waterproof camera, but it's all right. There's plenty of stuff to do undercover today, so not that big of a deal. Turn on some light. Voila. All right, I'm gonna see what would be ideal is if I could figure out a way to jerry-rig this sink, because this is actually a pretty nice faucet. I would like to keep that faucet because it's got so much reach. I'm gonna see if I can get this swapped out quick, or if it's gonna take some jerry-rigging. You can see that froze. It had water up inside there that I neglected to drain, and it just split in 2 spots actually. That's actually about the same arc. I think I will switch it out. It's probably just faster in the long run. I had a scrap of aluminum lying around. I used that as a weight so that the thing would actually sit down. ways forward. Perfect. Then the weight. Alright, I'm going to have to run some hot water through this to get that hose to relax a little bit. Just going to connect this all back and stash it somewhere, because this is actually a really nice faucet, and it would just be a shame to junk it because the little sprayer is broken. Took my water lines back up and we're back in business. Ta-da! We're in business. That'll work. And it's pretty much the exact same faucet that was on there. And that is a way longer hose. That's kind of cool. All right, on to the next project, which is the drum. While I've been down here thinking about it, I don't think I'm gonna dig it in. I don't feel like dealing with the mud. We were able to do a pig a month ago. We'll be able to do it again. So I am, however, going to do an experiment with something I got, you know, when it was real cold. So I'm gonna go down there and get the drum up there and drag over some hoses and get it filling up. Hopefully you guys can see, I've got you parked underneath the umbrella. All right, while this is filling up, I'm actually gonna start an experiment. I don't know if it'll work, and it's not that big of a deal if it doesn't, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to experiment with. I gotta go grab it, I'll be right back. So, this is a submergible water heater. I've seen a few people play around with these and see if they work. The way this works is, that's got, I guess, holes in it. Water will flow through there. It's a little electric heating element. I don't like electricity and water. Like, just the whole concept is just like, But the way this works is you drop this in a bucket of water, heat it up. The reason I bought this was trying to deal with frozen 55-gallon drums of water with the pigs. I needed something, the regular like animal defroster, animal water defroster. It's got kind of like a loop on it, and it won't fit through the bung on the top of one of those 55-gallon drums. So I was perusing Amazon and I saw that. This is a water heater, not a defroster, but they basically do the same thing. I had the thought, it was like, well, that will fit through the bung of a 55-gallon drum. I could go around from waterer to waterer, get it in there, get them defrosted, get them heated up, and they'll hold their heat for a long time. But it hasn't been that cold since. The temperatures that we have had lately, it just hasn't been that cold. We get, you know, maybe like that much frost on, ice on the top of the cow water. Haven't needed to worry about using a defroster. So I bought this thing and I haven't gotten to use it yet. Doing this, it would be kind of cool if I could drop this water heater in, and it says it can heat up your water to 185 degrees. That's pretty hot. That would be really cool. We won't need this water hot until tomorrow morning. So if I could drop this in and have it at temperature by the time we need it, that'd be really cool. Mind you, it's rated at, you know, a bucket of water, not 100 gallons of water, so I'm not gonna hold my breath that it'll work. But if we could get the water just a little bit warmer, we know we can heat that water in 45 minutes with a couple weed burners. So it's worth a shot. It'd be kind of cool. I thought it was kind of a cool idea. I think the only thing that worries me when you buy stuff that it comes from China, and even the like instructions are very poor English. It worries me that some of this stuff is just gonna like electrocute me. Okay, drop it down until it's in the water. And then come out here and check this out. Something about it works better laying down. All right, so there it is. It's just doing its thing. We'll see if it works. Be kind of cool if it did. If not, no big deal. We can heat this drum real quick in the morning. So, now I wait. I'm just gonna sit down and let this water fill up. And I think I'm gonna go in there and help Meg.
Alright guys, since I am doing all this food prep, I want to show you guys how I host large amounts of people for large amounts of meal and make it run smoothly. So I'm not freaking out or stressing out or worrying about things. I'm not forgetting things. And so that I can actually enjoy this workshop too, because I hate missing things. My FOMO is awful. Please don't smash the bread. Don't do that. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen the entire time while everybody else gets to be down there having fun. I'm gonna put this away because I don't want you smashing it. So what I do is figure out how many people we're having. So obviously I know how many students we have. I have some friends coming to help in the kitchen, and then, you know, our children and their children and Doug and Andy. So I figure out how many people we have total, and then I can figure out meals. And then from there I make a spreadsheet that has each day broken out. So I planned for dinner tonight because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like freaking out at the last minute. So I have a spreadsheet with each day with a main course, and then what side. I usually try to plan for like 3 sides. Chicken soup's pretty easy, so we only have 2 there. And then for dinner's a dessert. And then I kind of make a rough list of what needs to be prepped ahead of time, and then what I need to buy, if I need to buy anything. And then from there, I kind of make a rough, particularly when I get really, really close and I still have things to do, I make a rough, like, this is what I need to be doing on this day, and this is what obviously I didn't finish everything yesterday, and this is what I need to be doing on this day, just to get things ready ahead of time. Whatever I can cook ahead of time, I do. I see you eating all my bacon over there, you booger. So once I have my list of meals and then my list of like day by day, or at least just what needs to be done ahead of time, then I start cooking. I get things done as much as I can. I even cook like the meat and everything, particularly for like the deep pit beef like you guys saw yesterday. I wanted to make sure that really did get shreddy and fall aparty, so I wanted to make sure that it was cooked ahead of time so that I didn't stress about it not being done in time for dinner tomorrow. So I just get everything cooked, and then this is the key. This is the make sure you don't lose your mind part. Then I start labeling everything with what day it's for, what it is, and what meal it's for. Okay, so for example, this is our chicken soup. This is like a base, so I'll be adding more chicken broth and stuff to this, but I got like my veggies cooked, not all the way, but just like sauteed, and my chicken was already cooked, and then I got that chopped up and added to this, and then I put it in these and I label it with Friday lunch, this is soup. And then I also know, because of my list, I'm gonna go grab 2 bags of rolls out of the freezer so that everything's ready and done, and all I have to do is like heat this up, add a few more ingredients, put it in the roaster. It can simmer for like an hour or so before lunchtime, and then we're good to go. Same thing with the deep pit beef. That's, you know, in the fridge in a pan labeled Friday dinner beef, and I just do this for every meal. And then I also will get even just like my supplies ready. If I'm not gonna make the dish itself ahead of time, then I get all of I have 4 quiche pans here ready to go, and I know these are for the quiche, so I'm not running around at the last minute going, oh my gosh, where are my pans? I need more pans. I count everything out, I get it done ahead of time. That way it goes as smoothly as possible. You know, there's always going to be a hiccup. You know, maybe my oven decides it's not going to work, but there's always something. But if I can get it planned out and ready ahead of time, then it goes so much more smoothly, and it makes life a lot easier, and I don't have to be stuck here in the kitchen all the time.
All right, tank is full. Chintzy water heater is in there. And sink is prepared.
Yay, good job.
I do believe that is everything that I need to get ready.
Yeah, that's like critical. Yeah, I think so.
All right, Doug and Andy, the Hand Hewn guys, aren't going to be here tonight. They got on the road late, and there's storms and stuff.
They'll be in town tonight, but they won't be at our house tonight.
They're just going to go straight to the Airbnb, so guess we're getting an early start tomorrow. I don't have real high hopes for that water heater, but we'll see. Nice shirt, Buggy.
She found it. She's like, this is fit me.
This is fit me. Yes, it is.
Yep.
That's like the instructions for that water heater.
Really?
They're pretty bad.
Oh,
it's like, plug into electricity till heat. What?
Till heat? That's it?
Till heat?
Till heat? Okay, cool.
All right. What do you need help with?
At the moment, can you actually put it on for now?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
some time has passed. Actually, it's been about 3 hours, something like that, since I started boiling. Well, boiling. Since I put that chintzy water heater in my pig scalder. I'm gonna come down here and see if that water is any warmer. See if I'm just wasting time.
Colder?
No, it is actually warm. It is noticeably warmer than it was when it went in. I wouldn't say boiling by any stretch. I think I'll leave it. I'll leave it overnight, see if it gets any warmer, see if it's steaming by morning. If it gets up to 185, like the thing says it can heat, that would be really convenient. Just plug it in the night before. Even if it gets up to like 100 degrees, that would be kind of cool. I'm still not gonna hold my breath. There you go. Does the little tiny water heater work to heat water? I mean, technically, yes. Like, the water is kind of warm. It's not hot. I'd say maybe it's 75 degrees, maybe. All right, I'm gonna go back up into the house. All right, so as the production has wound down, it looks like you got everything done that needed done.
Almost, yes, just about. I gotta make some salad dressing, and then the rest of it's like day of stuff, so hallelujah. We did it.
You did it.
Oh man.
All I've had to do is like run around and like clean stuff.
Which is just as important.
But not as hard. Well, I guess for me. Like, if I was in charge of cooking,
you would, yeah.
I would be like a chicken with my head cut off, and if you were in charge of, like, you know, moving the animals and prepping
I'd
things.
Be like, yeah.
That's why we have jobs.
That's right. We each have our strengths that we play to. What
hey, don't put that in
don't
there,
put
sister.
That in there. Still need to watch that.
All right. Since tonight is a karate night, we are actually gonna cut the rest of this vlog short. It's a busy weekend. We have lots of stuff to do this weekend.
We do.
Karate right in the middle. Like, out of all the nights to play hooky, this would be a night to play hooky. But we have to be there because it's kind of an important night.
Yeah.
So, with all that said, we're going to wrap it up right here and have a fun weekend.
We are.
Hope you guys have a fun weekend, whatever you're doing. And look forward to, I guess, Tuesday's video. We will try our best to document this weekend and share it in a decent way that kind of captures the fun.
Yeah.
So, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.